What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Card Stash, and I have a new show today. This is... God damn it. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Card Stash, and this is my UFC update. This is going to be a show I'm going to be doing once a month. Just basically about the UFC card market and UFC cards in general. The last 6 months or so, I've been completely obsessed with the UFC card market and UFC cards, and I want to do a show about it. There's not many people doing these types of shows, so I thought I'd throw my hat in and see how I could do. So hopefully you like it. I'm gonna, talk about new product coming out. I'm gonna talk about fights. I'm gonna be talking about, certain fighters I'm into. I'm going to open up some packs. I'm going to be giving some stuff away. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're into this type of stuff, please, like, subscribe. The main thing I want is I want to build a community where we can talk about this stuff, because there's really not many places where, the UFC card community can discuss things. So, if you think what I'm saying is stupid, if you like what I'm saying, if, whatever, just let's leave some comments. Let's talk about things. And, hopefully you like this and we can keep it a thing. Let's talk some cards. So the first part of every video that I do for this show, I'm going to highlight a certain product. For the debut show, I thought it would be good to do Prizm, the Panini debut of UFC product. I'm just going to give some facts about it and stuff like that and show some cards. The debut date for Prizm was April 28th, 2021. The hobby box came with 12 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, and 12 boxes per case. On average, you would get 2 autographs and 22 Prizms. That's the main thing I notice about, Prizm boxes, hobby boxes, is they were packed. I only got 1. I wish I bought 10 of them, because they are so full of hits. It's crazy, more than any other sports card box I've really experienced. Not to mention, the rookie class that's in there. And that's what you really want. The cool thing about Prizm is the first year of Prizm, this happened with the NBA too, is even the vets are worth a lot because it's their first Prizm card. So even your McGregors and your Khabibs are always going to be worth a lot. But the rookies are where it's at. And the big rookies in this class were Khamzat Chimaev, Cyril Gane, Yuri Prochazka, and Brandon Moreno. And I think Gilbert Burns is going to be a big rookie too. All these guys, from their base cards up until, every card they're just going to be really worth a lot. I think these guys are going to be really big in the UFC, and these are their rookie cards. It's their first Prizms. They're going to be huge, especially Khamzat. Khamzat is the next coming of Jesus. He's so... you can't even touch his cards right now. They're insane, and if he becomes champ, I can't even imagine. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about what prices are that, things have sold for in these boxes, and this is really shocking. When I started figuring out what these things sold for, it's unbelievable. The biggest sale of a UFC 2021 Prizm card was on PWCC. It was an auction for a 1-of-1 Khabib Nurmagomedov, and it sold for $47,000. It was a 1-of-1 black card. Obviously a black card, you're not going to get that card again because there's only one, but $47,000 for a first-year product is unreal. That gives you the idea of what UFC could be. If the first year it's 47 grand and it just came out, and the sport is super new. So, that's just an idea. The next 2 cards are actually gold cards, so there's 10 of these, and only 2 of them have been sold so far. That means there are 8 floating around out there. They're both Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is always going to sell very well. His gold Prizm sold on Golden Auctions for $27,000, and one sold on eBay for $20,000. This is from a box that cost $1,000. You can have a $20,000 card. That's unreal. And like I said, there's still 8 more out there. Who knows? Maybe some people have pulled them, but they could still be sitting in boxes. You have no clue. Other big cards are Yuri Prochazka, the rookie. He had a black 1/1 that sold for $18,000. The Color Blast. The Color Blasts are really cool. I didn't even talk about the inserts, but the Prizm cards come with Color Blast inserts where I think they had those in soccer before this, but they're beautiful cards and they're really hard to hit. They're like maybe one a case. I don't even know if it's that. But Conor McGregor Color Blast sold for $11,000. A Kamaru Usman Gold sold for $6,000. The most expensive Kamzat so far that I could find was $5,400 for an orange. Orange is not a very, that's only out of 99. So, I mean, there's still gold Kamzats. There's a black Kamzat. I mean, these cards could be more than that Khabib. I mean, they're so expensive. He's really just like the rookie to get. So, if you can get those cards, I can't even imagine. Most people who probably have them are sitting on them. And a Francis Ngannou Color Blast sold for $3,700. So, really, really, four-figure cards that, as time goes on, are just going to get higher and higher. So, it's getting so expensive to buy these boxes. But if you can still get them and you have the cash, I would buy boxes and just store them. I mean, these things are going to triple, quadruple. It's just going to go up and up and up. The guy who I bought my first box with, Cepho, he actually bought another box because he thought it would be a good investment to put it away. And I wish I would have done that. I didn't have the cash, but he did that, and his is, doubled in value. And I guarantee you, in 2 or 3 years, it's going to be to the moon. So yeah, 2021 Prizm, buy it if you can. I give it an A+. Not my favorite product. I like it, but it's great. A+. Now for our next segment, I'm going to go over recent fights and fights that are coming up and what I think they're going to do, for the hobby and for the card market. As of this recording, UFC 269 happened 2 weeks ago, and that was a big fight. That was, it was a big card. It was Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier.
And Oliveira is happy to be right here.
Oh, that's a big elbow. And he might not have the ability to scramble out of this. He's getting beat up here by Charles Oliveira. And just don't do anything.
Oh, my goodness. He's got it.
Whoa, look at that. This is in real trouble.
He's in real trouble.
It's under the neck. It's under the neck. It's under the neck.
That was a huge fight. Both those guys don't really sell for that much. They're not the biggest guys in the card market. But I think, personally, when Oliveira won that fight, it really cemented that he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters. And, his cards didn't jump that high afterwards, but I think if he keeps beating people like Poirier, and people are going to have to take him seriously. I think he's going to be someone, you should probably invest in. He's very hard to beat. I mean, he's just a really, really good fighter. He's hard to hit. He's a great grappler. He's someone that can submit you. And I'm buying Charles Oliveira. And I think anybody else should too. I think he's a great investment. He's still cheap, and he's an amazing fighter. The other big fight was Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunez.
The jab is just touching him. Juliana's Nunez retreats. Oh, she's got it down. She's got a choker. She's got a choker. She's got a choker. She's got that.
And it was a crazy upset. I mean, no one thought that Pena was going to beat Nunez. And it was interesting to watch the card market because Pena was nothing. I mean, you could get her cards for next to nothing. It was like, her Prizm cards were $5, $10, and after the fight, they went up to $70, $80. I've never seen that big of a jump in a UFC card. But that goes to show, sometimes maybe you buy the underdog. If you think they have a chance, which they kind of always do. In the UFC, it's one punch, and things can change. And, if you can buy cards that cheap, and you think they might have a chance to beat a champion, maybe do it. I wish I did. I wish I bought some of her cards. Interesting, though, Amanda Nunez, still, her price is held steady. I think people know she's good enough that she might come back and really come back with a vengeance. So people aren't really selling her cards. So both of those people I think are great. Pena, you might have missed the boat. I don't know that she keeps her winning ways, but who knows? Maybe she. And the next fight, which was last weekend, was Fight Night with Derek Lewis and Chris Dukakis. It was a really interesting fight in that Derek Lewis had just lost to Cyril Gane, and I wondered if he was, if he was done, but he just showed that, he seems to beat anybody who's not really, really good. He can knock him out. He can knock anybody out, and I think that's why he's so liked. His cards never even really dropped, even after he got beat by Gane. People still love him. He's hilarious. Talks about his balls in the middle of the octagon with Joe Rogan.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot.
I understand.
Which is hilarious, and he's just entertaining, and that's what a lot about this hobby is. But I think if he can keep beating people, he's still going to keep going up. So I think Derek Lewis is a buy. Anyone who has personality in this sport seems to be a buy. They're always going to be investable, and you're going to make money. And then fights going into 2022. There's so much good stuff coming up. I mean, you have, in January, you have Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane, which is going to be epic. I mean, I really have no idea who's going to win that fight. They're both so good. So you have both of them. You have Brandon Moreno and Davidson Figuerato fighting that same fight. Also, it's a rematch, but those guys have fought 2 times already, and I think both of them have won. So this is the 3rd one. It's going to be great. And then in February, you have Israel Adesanya fighting Robert Whittaker for the 2nd time. Again, two really good fighters. I mean, it just keeps going on and on like that. So I'm so excited for 2022 and to see what all these guys do. And just keep collecting. I got certain guys I got my eye on, and hopefully they win, and we keep this thing rolling. All right, now it's time for the fun stuff. I'm gonna open up a pack of cards, and then I'm gonna give some cards away. The pack of cards I'm going to open up is a 2021 Select Hobby Pack. These are pretty expensive. I can't really afford the boxes at this point, but the packs are about $80 a piece, but I love this set. This is my favorite set, pretty much, with Panini UFC. Things that we're looking for are golds, greens, black, tie-dyes, autos. There's 2 autos in this. There's a ton of stuff that could be in here. You still have your big rookies. You have your Khamzat. You have your Cyril Gane. Obviously, your Conor McGregor or your Khabib. Any of that stuff will be huge. So, wish me luck. One pack. Let's see what we can get. All right. Our first card is Vicente Luque. Second card is Robbie Lawler. Then we have Claudia Gadelha. And it looks like we have a tricolor premier level. See somebody big. Oh. Darren Till. And our last card is Tyron Woodley, who just got knocked out by Jake Paul in dramatic fashion. Not the greatest time to get a Tyron Woodley card. But, not the greatest pack in the world, but always fun to open up some Select. And we're going to close this out by giving away some cards. I want to give away some cards to everybody who, watches this video. I really appreciate anybody who interacts or, is into this. This is important to me, and I want to give back. So since this video had a lot to do with 2021 Prizm, I thought I'd give away some 2021 Prizm cards. The first card I'm going to give away, all 3 of these are going to go to one person. So let me talk about this first. All you need to do is leave a comment in the comment section of this video. And next month, when I do my next video, I'm going to pick one person to get all 3 of these cards. Comment whatever you want. Tell me what you like about the video. Tell me your favorite fight you're looking forward to. Something I said that was stupid. Whatever, I don't care. But you will get these 3 cards randomly once I pick somebody. First one is a Jan Blachowicz Silver Prizm. Second card is the man who knocked out Chris Dukakis, Derek Lewis, Silver. And the last card is a Rob Font Red.
Right here we got a red card.
Oh shit.
It looks like it goes that way. Who Rod Font, the guy that beat Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, we should sleeve that.
Really, should we?
Yeah.
His number.
Because he's what top five. He's the top contender now.
Yeah, he's gonna fight for the belt
Yeah.
at some point.
Okay.
Out of 275, 118 out of 275. So you get a numbered Rob Font, really good fighter as well. All these cards are super clean. They came right out of a box and put in top loaders. So yeah, you want to win those, just leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this show, and anything you want to see, anything you want done differently, let me know. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you like it. I'll talk to you next time. See you next month.